But this is where that weird playing field comes in that I just talked about. If you're checking his phone, guess what he gets to do? Check your phone. Okay. If he has to keep his phone unlocked, guess what you have to do? Keep your phone unlocked. You're going to meet him on a level playing field, or this is not going to work. You know what I mean? And that's what I meant by that.
And I'm going to argue with you about that one.
Oh, I knew you would.
Because of the fact that you fucked up, if my phone's locked, I'm not unlocking my phone. If you want my phone, I'll unlock it for you and I'll give it to you. But if both of our phones have been locked and done and you fuck up and I want to go look at your phone, that's fine. But there's no reason for you to become looking at mine. Not at all. I'm
Okay.
not the one that fucked up.
Okay.
You did.
Yeah. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And eventually you'll get your fucking phone privileges back.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for yet another episode of the Savage Corner. Of course, we are your host, Wesley and Miss Summer D.
Hey, boo, hey!
I hope you guys are having a fantastic week because I know we are. Lots of new stuff going on. Of course, today's episode, we're going to dive into a little bit of I'm going to start doing this more often where a couple of my posts, Summer and I were just talking about this, they get like negative response because their thought process is maybe different than mine. So I thought it'd be cool because I don't see anybody else doing that. As part of our podcast, we explain our actual material that we post on Instagram and TikTok and other places. So we're gonna do that today. And then, of course, at the end, we got a juicy email, so make sure you stick around for that. So, Miss Summer Dean, what you got going on that's new?
I am done with the food truck.
Done with the food truck. I thought you were gonna say something about your hair.
Oh, and my hair's blonde again.
don't have the dreads in.
No dreads. This is it was purple yesterday and today it's back blonde and I'm sure there's some blonde dreads hanging over there that's gonna get braided back in. That's probably a fact, Jack.
Right. Of course, if you guys don't know, if you love Summer's hair, she actually sells it. It's in her
I
shop.
do.
If you're interested in
It's my dreads.
right.
I have like this crazy obsession with dreads. So,
Yeah. If you're
yep.
interested in dreads, you can find it in our shop. We also have swag, apparel, we have paintings, we have coffee mugs, hats.
Wes's much love hat that I designed for him.
I don't even know what really got me started doing that, but I've always done the rocker heart. To me, it
You
means
know what? I know exactly what got you started into it because you started doing the fire heart and the sunshine for me.
mhm.
And then I would see a heart or something, you would like do a heart and I said that shit ain't gonna happen. You gotta do something else. I want you hearting nobody.
Right. But what I came up with at the time was that most of the people that follow me are wounded. So I did the wounded heart and then the
Hmm.
rocker sign. And to
The
me,
rocker sign.
right, to me, that means much love. So that's
Hmm.
the reason why you have it on the hat, right? Much love.
Much love.
That's right. Much right. So we're going to get into one of my posts that got good, as far as the views were concerned, it was good. But there were some negative ass comments on a positive ass post. So I want to get into what people are thinking because I think people are way too literal. So I'll post something and I'm like, I didn't mean it that way. But there's a lot of people commenting that something completely different than what I meant by it. So we're gonna let
You do know, I don't know if you've noticed this from healing, but as soon as I'm offended by something, I want to know why now. Why does that offend me? Why does it piss me off? Why? Like, I ask myself every freaking question. Do you do that?
no, not anymore. I mean, I used to. I'm out of my
Oh,
head altogether now,
yeah,
pretty much. As far as I don't
pretty
know.
much.
Well, the way I look at it is when I say something, I can stand behind it because I know for a fact that I meant it this way. If you don't interpret it that way, that's cool. and I'm not wronging you for interpreting it that way. But that's not what I meant. That's why I want more people to understand my intent. You know.
Your intent. His intent is always good.
Not always.
Not always, honey. Okay. Well, as you know, as Wes's partner in crime, um, I sometimes help him with his socials whenever he needs extra help for engagement, or if he's got a lot to do that day and he just needs some help. Like, I'll jump in and totally help. The same with him. He helps me with mine. But when I go through like his videos and then I see some of his messages, and these people do get super offended by the things that he says. And then the girl in me turns on, well, what's wrong with this person? So I go to their page, and then I just go down this whole train wreck, and this person is just broken every time. Every time they're just broken, and I just want to give them a hug and send them love, but I can't do that. So I just hope for the best.
Absolutely. I wanted to say we're trying my best to put the actual quote and the comment on the screen. So if you're on
Oh,
Spotify,
that's cool.
you can see it on the video. Of course, if you're on YouTube, you can see it on video. But for the people that are just listening through voice, like Apple, things of that nature, you guys won't be able to see it, but she's going to read it to you. But
I am.
I encourage you guys to try to get to the video platform. If you're not following us on YouTube, follow us on YouTube.
I never used to understand why people in healthy relationships isolate themselves from everyone, but now I get it. Once you find your person, you realize the thing you've been uselessly searching for in come and go relationships and partying will never amount to the presence of this human. And he did his little sun in his little heart thing because that's for me. But babe, the comments. Like you're the I don't understand. I'm pulling them up. Like the one of the first ones that I saw was not the greatest message to send. IMO. Isolation is not good in any relationship.
So, and that's the thing. So somebody took the first part of that quote and did not take the last part of that quote because it says uselessly going in and out of relationships and drinking and having fun. So I'm not saying that you isolate yourself from the fucking world. I'm saying that you don't do the partying and you don't do the in and out of relationships anymore because you found the person that you were looking for. Who who in their right mind would have thought that I would tell you that you need to lock yourself up with nobody else in the world? Like I didn't. Of course, I didn't mean that. You know?
If I tell you to lock yourself up, run.
Yeah. I mean, because I had somebody. So on Facebook, I had somebody also that said, "Don't forget that you need to maintain healthy relationships." And blah. I'm like, do you think I
Dude,
don't fucking understand
I
that?
yeah.
And they take the word isolation and guys understand this is the reason why we do what we do on social media. I used a charged word to create controversy. So but you took the charged word, you fucking ran with it, you didn't read the rest of the damn quote, or you just read it completely differently from what I posted it. If you think for one moment that a life coach is going to tell you to lock yourself up in the fucking house and don't go outside, you're crazy. Because that's not what I'm going to tell you to do. But what I
Yeah.
will tell you is when you find the right person, you are going to realize that you were searching for stuff in other people that you have now found in one person. So you will start to minimize the amount that you go out. You will start to minimize the things that you do because now you can do it with that person. Also, I'm saying that I'm partially isolating. I guess I should have changed the words a little bit, but I'm partially isolating with my person, meaning if I want to go out, she's probably going to come with me. You know what I mean? So we're still together because like that's my best friend. You know, not just my girlfriend. It's my best friend. You know what I mean? So I don't see the problem with that quote, but for some reason people did, and it's nuts because and we said this the other day too. That quote actually was recycled. I had did this quote before, right? Years ago. Years ago, it was a great quote, and nobody had any problem to say with it. Everybody loved it. Now all of a sudden, everybody's got problems with it. So I mean, it's amazing how the tide turns.
Yeah, why is it like I don't get what's offensive of that. Everybody kind of does that, like, because you want to get to know that person better and you want to spend more time with that person. So, I mean, I wanted to keep you from the world. Like, no, I need love. You come here to me. Like, but I don't know. And then and like half of them are like, yeah, I love to hang out with my husband. Different phases of life, man. Um, or you could have kids together and there's no time. I couldn't if I wanted to. I'm always exhausted. Wouldn't have it any other way though.
She started off negative and then pulled in a positive, which I commend you on that, but don't think that's negative. It is okay to be about your family. It is okay to shun back a little bit on the things that you do to take care of your family. Now, I'm going to tell you, make time for yourself. There is one day in your week or one evening in your week that you should be able to do something for yourself, whether it be with your partner or without your partner. And if you tell me there's no time, okay, well then he needs to take care of the kids one night and let you go do your thing, whether it be going to the gym, going to the
Yeah.
library, going to your best friend's house to basket weave. I don't give a shit what it is, but he should be providing you some area for you to be by yourself and to do the things that you like to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's right. Just time is a thing that messes everybody up, and it messes me up some too. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have time. Guys, we have time. We have time. We just don't apply it applicably. Am I saying that word right?
Hey, for all you time people, try saying no every once in a while.
Right. Stop filling your cup up with everybody else's bullshit.
Yeah. How about you say your mama calls and says, "Hey, I gotta go to the store. No, no, no. You want to go with me?" No, I don't. I have things I need to tend to. Try say no. You would be surprised how much time you save by just saying no.
Right.
Be selfish. It's okay. Like if somebody's in dire need, I get it. Like I will go do it. But if it's just something that and I really just can't find time to do it, I say no.
Yeah.
Now, I used to be a people pleaser and run around and do everything everybody else wanted.
Got to find
No, no mo.
got to find time for yourself. Got to have time for yourself.
No, no mo. And then we have another one that says it stops too when you're told you're not the one. That's sad.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, this one's just saying I'm blessed. I said, "Oh, baby, you're so sweet. I love you."
That was your response.
Yes, it's just like people still talking about COVID. Like I want like this one that was, I was in COVID and I wanted my husband all day long. I don't know why people are like that. It just they just aren't happy. It's every time there are at least 10 or 15 people that they say shit that's not doesn't even belong to what's going on in the video. Or I know I have that stuff all the time, don't you?
Hmm. Yep.
The days are numbered. This one says the days are numbered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's just like so last week's podcast, right? One
Yeah.
I've been was it last week or the week before, I don't remember, but we actually spoke about not allowing the female or the daughter of the home to take on all the chores because then she's going to feel like mom, and that could be a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
So one of my comments was, "Whoops, did you automatically assume that the wife's supposed to do all the chores?" And I was like, "I didn't
Ooh,
fucking
you didn't listen.
Yeah, again, I didn't say that. I said don't apply all the chores to the daughter because then she can feel like a mom. And what I mean by that statement is she's going to feel like she has too much responsibility. Not that she has to do all the chores. So people, they just, eh, when we become in the public like we are now, we have to say things a certain way or people get offended. And I'm like,
They do.
guys, these are words. Again, know my intent. Remember, I'm the guy that's out there saying all these quotes about women empowerment, about feeling good about yourself, about regardless of what you've been through, you're still a 10, all this stuff. So when I say something and it sounds off, understand that my intent is super, super positive. So you're not, either you haven't heard the whole clip, you need to go listen to the rest of it, or I don't know. It seems like all the time people are making comments, and I'm like, you know my intent. You know that I'm not an ill person or a bad person. So no, I didn't say that. That's just the way you.
Baby, half the people are scrolling, they don't know your intent.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
It's like people are reacting off of small pieces of information.
Always like, yeah, you know me.
Yeah,
I'm a 40 seconds that I just posted. You know exactly who I am.
yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, guys, like I don't really get snide by the comments that are made. I don't care. But I felt like I needed to say something because I want everybody to understand that I don't really have ill will to anything or anyone. So when you hear something from me and you think it's crazy or like mean, it's probably because you either took it out of context or you didn't hear the whole thing or you need to read it again. Take it from a
Or you need to self reflect.
yeah, take it from a different perspective. Like it's crazy. It really is.
Um, it really is. It's oh, and by the way, Wes does not reach out to anyone. There's fake accounts. I got another whole 10 messages today. Do you know that your boyfriend is messaging me? No, he's not. Super friends. He's not.
And that's the thing, as far as content is concerned. I mean, because we do content too, and I do coach people on content creation. If you're ever wanting to be coached in that, you just let me know. That's definitely a shameless plug. But anyways, the fake accounts are absolutely insane. And I definitely am aiming towards a private community. And once I get it up and running, I hope you guys pour in because the amount of fake accounts and people that are out there trying to take advantage of you and things of this nature, especially on Facebook right now, is nuts. You guys can't even comment.
Babe, I'll start you a fan club. I'll be your number one stalker. Number one, buddy.
I'm talking about like Patreon or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can definitely roll into one of these things so that we can start a private community so that you guys can actually comment and do the things that you want to do without having to worry because you can see it. Like I'll go to a Facebook post and I'm like, oh man, I got 180 comments. And I'll click on it. No, it's just somebody responded to every damn comment in there. It's a scammer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this is ridiculous, man.
I won't even comment anymore. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I used to love to sit and comment. Like I would even do Wes's engagement because it was so much fun. But now it's just so much crap. And like they message you and then they try to add you as a friend and then it's ridiculousness.
yeah.
All of it.
And then I even went as far as being verified. So that way you guys can understand there's a blue check mark there. You ain't got to worry about it, but you're still messaging me all the time. And not that I mind the messages. I'm glad that you guys are reaching out to me because it protects me too. But it's nuts that I put out a video. I put out several videos saying watch out for the fake accounts. I think I've done it definitely every holiday. I know I did it for Christmas. I know I did it
Yeah.
for Easter. I think I did it for New Year.
We put one up every once in a while when there's like a influx of messages or if I get too many women pissed off at me because I'm dating you.
No, it's pinned to
Yeah.
the story on my Instagram to not
Yeah.
follow the fake accounts. So I mean, but
Yeah.
it blows my mind the amount of fake accounts that are out there and how many followers they have. It's nuts.
They they send me messages sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun to mess with them.
Yeah. So what they're but you know what they're essentially what they're doing is that they're flocking towards these to accounts like mine. A, because they're popular and it's got a lot of views. But the flip side of it is they know that that type of content brings wounded people, and it's easier for them to pull on your heartstrings and take advantage of you. They're doing this with an intent to maliciously take money from you and to manipulate you. Don't let them.
Y'all, we had one so bad that her friend messaged me and told me that she has her lights were turned off. She doesn't have any food. And she messaged me because the whoever broke up with her and she was mad that was his fake account broke up with her, and I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. You're mad. Really? Like, and then her friend messages me and tells me that her lights get turned off and that she sent this man all of her money, and I'm just like, we tried to tell her it was a fake account. Like, so don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for an email.
You ready for an
Are you
email?
ready for I'm ready for an email.
Do the email. All right. So,
Are
guys,
you ready?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, guys, for the email, you guys can email us at beardedsavage LLC at gmail.com. Again, that's bearded savage LLC at gmail.com. Of course, for the people that are watching on video, it will be on the screen. But for the people that are not, again, that's bearded savage LLC at gmail.com. And of course, when we get your emails, we'll read them on the actual podcast. Of course, if there's two of us, we're just going to go through it and give you our advice. If there is a guest on that particular show, then they will give their advice as well too, or their what they feel like they can advise you on. But understand, for legal reasons, I have to state this: all the advice that we give is of our own opinion. We are not certified professionals, and everything that we talk about is what we feel is our opinion. So, some
Just life experience.
right, a ton of life experience, but
Okay, you ready?
yep, I am.
It says, hope you're doing okay. I'm writing to you because I need some help with my marriage. Lately, things have been kind of tough between me and my wife, and I'm not sure what to do. My wife has been acting differently lately. She's been going out a lot, dressing up more than usual, and she's been a bit short with me when we talk. I've also noticed that she's been hiding her phone from me, which makes me feel worried. Mm, those are all really bad signs.
Yep, absolutely.
I made a big mistake a few years ago. I cheated on my wife, and even though we worked through it, I can't help but feel like maybe I'm the reason she's acting this way now. She
You,
could very well be unhealed.
well, I mean, let's cut it down for what it is, though. You are not in control of anybody's actions. Okay, that's her own actions. And if you did something wrong and she's trying to work it out with you, then she needs to give just as much as you're giving too. It's not that doesn't work that way. I know it sucks, but that's the way that works. If somebody did something to you wrong and you want them to do better, you got to meet them on a level playing field. You know what I mean? So I mean, it doesn't. It's not starting out good. I can tell you that much. It's out. She's got the stages of it. As far as cheating is concerned, and if she does, she's gonna fire back and said you did it first, and that's what I mean by that. If you're gonna work it out with them, then work it out with them. If you're not gonna work it out with them, then don't work it out with them. You know,
You're not supposed to get even.
no,
No.
that process doesn't even make sense if you think about it. Oh, he cheated on me, so I'm gonna cheat back. So you wouldn't stand for it. But now you're going to do it. What you're
Yeah.
now doing is making it permissible because you're not drawing a boundary. Your boundary should be you cheated on me. I don't believe in this shit. I'm not going to take it. Not that I'm going to get even. Fuck that. Your boundary is you don't allow cheating, right? So why would you go do it yourself?
Some women get vindictive.
Well, men do it too. I've had men say,
Yeah.
hey, she cheated on me, so I cheated on her. And again, but the idea behind that is fucking ignorant.
It's not going to make you feel any better, I promise.
Yeah, and like I said, you're gonna stand there and say, "I'm not gonna take this," but you're gonna do it yourself. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know, man. It says, I've tried talking to her about how I feel, but she hasn't really said much. I don't know if there's something going on or if it's just me being paranoid.
Could be, could be.
I mean, if you, my question is, have you done anything to make your wife question you? Like,
Right now,
yeah,
because he said he cheated in the past. I don't know how
yeah,
long ago the past was.
yeah,
But again, she's not meeting you in that halfway realm. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Now, it's very possible that she is finding herself, that she wants to go do things for herself, which is fine. And she's
Hmm.
hiding the phone from you because she's confiding in a girlfriend, all right, and talking things through with her, and she doesn't want you to see those remarks, okay? And that is
Hmm.
okay in itself, too. But this is where that weird playing field comes in that I just talked about. If you're checking his phone, guess what he gets to do? Check your phone, okay? Um,
Mm.
if he has to keep his phone unlocked, guess what you have to do? Keep your phone unlocked. You're going to meet him on a level playing field, or this is not going to work. You know what I mean? And that's what I meant by
Um, and I'm gonna argue with you about that one
that. Oh, I knew you would.
because of the fact that you fucked up. If my phone's locked, I'm not unlocking my phone. If you want my phone, I'll unlock it for you and I'll give it to you. But if both of our phones have been locked and done, and you fuck up and I want to go look at your phone, that's fine. But there's no reason for you to become looking at mine. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not the one that fucked up.
Okay.
You did.
Yeah. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And eventually you'll get your fucking phone privileges back.
Look, you know me. I don't even like the whole idea of
I
looking.
got kids,
I don't even.
okay? I'm a mama first.
I don't like the fact of looking through a phone, anyways. You know that. I think it's if you want to go look for a problem, you're going to find it. The fact that you're looking is a problem to begin with. You know what I mean? So,
That's fact
right.
check.
But like I said, if and I'm not saying that it's okay for that person to look through your phone, but like I said, if you're saying that he has to be here, then you got to be there too, or else you're treating him a different way, which is not going to work. There's going to be turmoil. There's going to be arguments. You have to meet them at a place, and it's kind of like the best way I can explain it is like when you go through a divorce, right? And you fill out divorce paperwork, right? You can't say that. So, for instance, I'm a male, so say like I was married, right? The court system will not allow you to say, "Hey, she can't go date other men around my kid," unless you don't date other women around your kid. You have to be at a level playing field. And that's the same thing with relationships. If you're going to try to
Mhm.
work out cheating, you're going to have to meet halfway through something. You know what I mean?
I mean, well, it says a couple of years.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's been a few years ago that he did this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how much more is on the email?
It just says, I really want to make things better between us, and I think talking to someone who knows about this stuff could help. So if you have any advice or ideas, I would really appreciate it.
Right.
He doesn't sound very old. Like he's being very you know, I I just know that whenever we like if let's say let's I'm just throwing this out here, right? You cheat on me and our phones are the way they are right now. We don't look at each other's phones. If I have to look at your phone, I'm breaking up with you. You know that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason in the world that I should have to look at your phone.
No,
ever.
absolutely not. To me, the act of looking through your phone is not really processing the emotions the way you need to. You need to say, okay,
No.
I'm going to instill the trust back into you, and that's it. If there's something going on, say like he's secretive on the phone, taking it to that's the places where you can say, hey, look, we just went through something that's making me uncomfortable. Can I see your phone? And should be able to give it up. But you shouldn't be checking it all the time, and you shouldn't be doing it behind the person's back, because now there's deceit for deceit, and that's not going to heal anything. That's the point that I was making. So
Yeah, I don't ever. I spent many years looking at trying to look through that thing, and I just said I won't ever do it again.
no, if I ever feel like I have to, then we're probably done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I won't go there again. I'll be like, nope,
yeah,
I ain't doing that.
yeah. But as far as what he's saying, right, to try to go through all this. So first of all, I'm pretty sure some of this will apply to men too, but for female, um, just to make sure I say it, there are stages, okay, and there are things that you can look for, and these things that are happening, you can tell that a woman is either cheating or she is stepping out. There's something super major going on, okay, and a lot of times, unfortunately, it's cheating. But those stages are, and this is all of a sudden, guys. Okay, so if the female is all of a sudden changes her hairstyle, all of a sudden is not coming home on time, all of a sudden is going out frequently, all right, and is all of a sudden hiding her phone. I, Make sure you take these words at all of a sudden. But if a woman changes her appearance all of a sudden and starts doing these things, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep saying it. All of a sudden, then there's a huge problem. All right, she's soul searching. She's looking for something, or she's looking to impress somebody. That's not you. Okay. Even at work, if she usually goes to work with t-shirt and jeans on, all of a sudden, not just one day, but all of a sudden she's changed her look altogether going to work. Yeah, there might be somebody there that she's trying to impress, bro. So those are the things that you look out for. And by saying that, he just said that she's changed her appearance, she's going out. So these are those steps. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody's cheating that way. I'm saying there's something that's going on. There's a revelation inside her and she's changing. And there needs to be a discussion. You know what I mean?
Now, if your woman is like me and she changes her hair color every other week,
That's fine.
and what she might be dressed at grunge at 5 o'clock in the morning, but like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she might want to put her princess dress on. She if you're like me,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is I want most people to hear these words. When you change the pattern of what you do to a different pattern altogether, there is something there worth having a discussion for. Again,
yeah,
like if you went to work every day wearing t-shirt and jeans, and all of a sudden now you're wearing mini skirts and halter tops, like, all right, and you do it every day, it's like, all right.
yeah, no, I'm
And
not
again,
doing
I'm
that.
not saying you're doing something wrong, but that's going to say, hey, you know what? Come here. Hey, you were going to work like this, now you're going to work like that. Is there something that we need to talk about? Are you going through a change? I'm here to promote you. What's going on? What's this change for? And you should be able to have that fucking conversation without a problem. And that's the thing, is I hear so many people that call in my comment section, email us, people that I coach, friends and family. It's like they say these things. I'm like, have you fucking asked them? And nine
Yeah,
times out of 10, the answer is no. I haven't asked them. Communicate. Open your fucking mouth. Don't be a dick.
I mean, he said he in the email he said that he tried to talk to her about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
again, it depends on how the conversation went. And look,
yeah,
just because you've done something wrong, okay? Remember, you two have agreed to work that out. Okay? So you can have some kind of boundary too. If you're
mm-mm,
asking questions and you're not getting answers, that's not fucking cool. Okay?
mm-mm.
Again, there's got to be a give and take here. You know what I mean? So too many times I've seen, and of course, just like any other thing in the world, it can go both ways. I'm going to describe it as a man, but too many times I've seen a man cheat, and then the woman accepts him back, and they treat him like dog shit
Guilty.
for a very
Guilty.
yeah, for a very long time,
Guilty.
right? And that's not going to work. And I'm not saying you're a bad
Mm-mm.
person for it at all.
No.
You went through some serious fucked up shit what he did to you. But this
Yeah.
is not going to work. You're not torturing him. You're torturing yourself. You're torturing him. You're torturing your family. You're torturing your children. You're torturing
Yep.
everybody because you won't stop and say, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to work this out with you. Get the fuck out." You know,
Hmm.
and that's just nuts. You know, you have to draw a boundary and then flip it around. The guy has to say, okay, okay, look, I did something wrong, but I can only take but so much ridicule. Here's my boundary. Okay.
Yep.
If you're going to keep crossing it, this is not going to work and we're going to have to break this off. Okay.
Hmm.
Just because you've done something wrong doesn't mean you can't draw a boundary, be healthy, communicate properly, stand,
Exactly.
still stand on something. You know, you're not a piece, you fucked up really, really bad, but you're not such a piece of shit that you deserve to be spit on all
Yeah.
the time. You can't heal that
Yeah.
way. You can't change that
Mm-mm.
way, you know? So it's
That's the only thing I wish I could take back.
yeah,
Really.
yeah,
Like, that's the only thing I really wish because it doesn't work. You're miserable. You just because like I was so vengeant. Like I would just, he hurt me. I wanted to hurt him back,
yeah,
and I loved him. And if you, but you don't do that to somebody you love.
yeah. No, I agree. And it's tough because like from what I can remember, no, I didn't. Yeah, so I was the other way around, right? I
Yeah.
didn't. I probably did. I want to make sure I say it correctly. I probably did lash at the moment, you know what I mean? But I didn't do anything to get back, you know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't have done that. And we tried to work it out one time, and I forgave. Like, I didn't go through digging through her stuff. I didn't go through following her around like a lost puppy dog. I said, "We're gonna work this out. You have 100% of my trust. Let's see what you do." Was it hard? You goddamn right it was hard. But that's
Yeah.
what I knew we had to do. I had to say, okay, we're gonna work this out, which means you got a clean slate. Let me see how you respond. You know, and
I mean, but then it happens more.
yeah, unfortunately, it happened again. But that was me saying, okay, I tried. Now you got,
Yeah.
and that's what we did. But for me, the only way that I can get to that point and say that safely was to say, okay, again, hey, you know what? Something went down. We've talked about it. We're going to go through this. We're going to work this out. You have 100% of my trust.
Yeah.
Don't take advantage of it. And it happened again, and it was gone. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I probably won't ever give somebody an opportunity again. It,
No, I
it,
won't.
yeah, if there's a cheating there, then we're done. But
Yeah.
if you're going to work through it, then you got to be willing to allow that person to.
That,
It's just like anything else in the world, right? Just like with children or yourself.
be-
If all you're getting is negative, positive will never happen, right?
yeah. And that's like, it's for a woman, like my family and everything I had worked for was so important to me. And so I would just let it happen. And it wasn't healthy, but nor did he deserve the wrath that I gave him.
Right.
Like, I don't care. Like, that man didn't beat me. He didn't do anything like that. Like, but he didn't deserve that. His best bet would have been like, hey, you, I can't handle you anymore. But earlier, but you know, I told him I was sorry. I don't know if that helps, but he didn't deserve that wrath. I don't think any human deserved that wrath. But women get scornful and they get hurt. And
Yeah, like I said, I remember being in the moment and saying a whole bunch of shit that I didn't regret at the time because I was hurt. But I never did anything afterwards. You know what I mean? I let out what I needed to let out, and that was it. You know.
oh no, I gave him the cold shoulder and pushed him away and started drinking and did all the things you weren't supposed to do.
And like I
Now
said,
look at me.
and it's okay to get lost in a moment. You know what I mean?
It really is.
But there, you would admit, because you just said it, like there has to be some kind of
Mhm.
compromise going
Yeah.
forward, or there's just no point. You know,
Yeah.
it's not going to work itself out if you don't allow it to work out. You know, and I'm not saying
No.
that it's easy. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, but if I'm giving him advice, yes, she is showing stages of stepping out or cheating. Yes, you need to have a stern conversation about it.
Hmm.
Yes, just because you did something wrong 2 years ago doesn't mean that you can't draw boundaries and put your foot down now. So those are
But you better still be walking on a tightrope, buddy.
I'm not saying that he could that I'm not saying that he's 100% forgiven because that's not for him to dictate. That's for her to dictate,
No, it's not.
right? I would never say that.
And if it is, if you are being paranoid, you need to forgive yourself.
Yeah, and remember too, a lot of it's actually a very high percentage. I would throw a number of 75% of the time you're worried about something because it's something you would do or you did. It's not that it's happening. So and that goes true. Like if somebody comes to you and says you're cheating, a lot of times it's because they're cheating. It's because they're capable of doing it, so they assume you're capable of doing it. So this could be happening in reverse right now. He knows he was
Hmm.
capable of doing it, so he assumes she's capable of doing it. Again, she could just be going through a healthy lifestyle change. But
Yeah. Like, just say, hey, are you talking to somebody? Like, what's going on with you?
yeah, yeah, it's not an accusal thing,
Ask
especially
the questions
right, and especially if you set it up properly. Like I said, if
in
this
a loving way.
yeah, if this
Watch your tone.
right, right. And if this is all of a sudden, you should be able to say, "Hey, honey, you used to never go out at all, and now you're going out every night. You used to wear t-shirts and jeans. Now you're dressing out. It seems like you're going out there for attention that maybe you're not receiving here. Am I doing something wrong?" That is a good way to open up that conversation. You know,
And women, be brave enough to say, you know what? I'm not getting this, and this is what I need.
right? A healthy conversation.
Do not just, if he comes to you and asks you a question, answer him honestly. He cannot fix shit. If he doesn't know, he needs to work on it, or if he needs to fix it. And then if he doesn't if he doesn't want to fix it, fuck him. Like,
And again, that's going to go right back to that conversation of tone, intent, all this other
yeah,
stuff. Because like if I came to you and
true.
say, "Honey, you cheating on me," that's an accusal. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I came to you and said, "Honey, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing that. Am I doing something wrong? Is there something that we need to do so we can get this back to where it was?" That's not me accusing. That's me of trying to
Baby,
see.
what would my response really be if you asked me that?
You would start talking.
I always start talking.
Yeah.
What would my response be? Would I be like, fuck you?
No. If I said it in if I asked you if you were cheating,
Yeah.
oh yeah, then your response would be "fuck no." Okay, I was
I
like, wait a minute,
was wondering,
wait a
I
minute.
was like,
If I came to you and said all those other things and you said "fuck you," then we got a communication.
oh no. Baby, if you said all those other things, it'd be like, am I not, what am I doing wrong?
Right, right. Again, there's a good conversation to have. You know what I mean? So it is the way you express yourself. Communication is again an art form, and not everybody is great at it.
And sometimes women just like to put on their makeup.
And it's fine. It's fine.
Makes them feel better about themselves.
As a woman, you should be able to wear the things that you want to wear and go out in the public the way you want to go out in public. It is completely fine for you to do the things that you want to do.
That is not true.
Um,
I've asked you a million times if I can wear my bikini in public, and you tell me no.
Right. So I'm going to flip it though. Okay. Now here's the flip. Understand that a decent man will say, "Hey, you can go out and wear all you want to wear." All right. Now, depending on the environment, I'm probably going home in the back of a fucking police car. If I'm going home in the back of a fucking police car multiple times, eventually I ain't gonna put up with that shit no more. I'm not going to tell
Yeah.
you what to wear, but I ain't going with you, and I ain't fucking with nobody. You see what I'm saying? So that's where
Yeah.
that difference comes in. Is that yes, I believe that a woman should be able to go out and do whatever they want to do, but understand that if I end up constantly in a cop car or in a fight, that shit is going to get old fucking quick. You know what I mean? So when you hear guys say, "I'd rather you not wear that," sometimes, not all the times, sometimes that man is saying, I'm tired of fucking fighting. Okay. I'm just not going to do this shit no more. Either I'm not going out with you, you're not going out, or we're going to change something up. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
it gets to be a pain in the fucking ass. And again, I make sure I don't put this small snippet on a fucking reel because they can't hear the whole explanation. But I eventually I wouldn't put up with that shit no more. I'm not. Even when I was younger, man, I am not about going to a fucking club and fighting all the fucking time because you know there was an item that she wore that some other guy thought was attractive. I just fucking hate the fight to begin with. And you know how guys are. And they got to be revealing, right? Be a pair of fucking
no.
jeans and like, oh, her ass looks great in those jeans. Like Jesus Christ, does she got to wear? She got to come in here dressed like a Muslim?
I had a guy lick my hair one time. Lick
Your
my
hair?
hair. Like I was passing by, he asked me to dance and said, nope. He licked my hair, and my husband was across the bar, and all I saw was a water bottle coming at me. So I
Mhm.
just ducked a little bit, hit him right in the face. I was like, don't lick my hair, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, all to all those couples out there doing bar scenes, more power to you. That's your
I don't know how y'all do that.
that's not my scene. There's no way.
Mm-mm.
It was fun.
No.
It was fun when I was younger, man, but I'm not about it, But hell,
I like to go dancing and stuff, though.
yeah, and that's what sucks is because you go to a place like that, and unfortunately, things are going to get shitty most likely. But
I'm going to take you country dancing when you come to Texas. Ain't nothing going to get shitty about that.
okay, all right, I'll country dance, but you got to teach me how to do
I'll teach you, baby. I'll
it.
teach you whatever you want to know.
I know. Are we ready to wrap the show up?
We are ready to wrap it up. You got any last little quotes or any kind of good stuff in that brain of yours?
Nope, I said it all. Communicate, communicate.
Communicate. Ask for what you want. Do not use the wrong tone. Active listen.
Yep. All right.
I think that's all I got going on in my brain right now.
Exactly. If you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you drop a comment so we can actually have an interaction with you, and make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay up to date with us so that we can get this channel booming. I appreciate you guys
Peace, love, and light.
always.